So in today's video, I'm going to bring in, guys, my Euro 2024 predictions. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're now on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below, firstly, who do you think will win the Euros? How well do you think England will do? I'm sure in some cases them two might coincide with one another. Let me know down below your biggest flop country, your dark horses, your player of the tournament, young player of the tournament, golden boot winner, golden glove winner, all that sort of stuff. Let me know down in the comment section down below. I really want to bring a lot of Euros content for you guys over the next coming weeks and months really, but I guess it all does depend on how well supported the videos are. So if that is content that you want to see, liking and commenting is the best way for me to know. Also let me know down below what your thoughts on the camera quality in today's video. It should hopefully be a lot better than usual, but let's waste no further time. Make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you're new as well, and let's get into it. Now I think I'm right in saying I've never done a video predicting either the Euros or the World Cup before, so this is the first time that I've done it. But every time when you have debates with people about who do you think will win the Euros or who do you think will win the World Cup, I feel like the Euros is a lot easier to predict compared it to the World Cup. It certainly seems like there is more shocks, especially in the group stage matches. So starting out then with Group A, we have Germany, Scotland, Hungary and Switzerland, and I feel like you would expect Germany to come top of that group, and you know I am going to put them to eventually win that group, but the other three I think have got just as much chance as one another. I think I will probably put Hungary fourth in my personal opinion. I think I'm going to back Switzerland to finish in second, Scotland to finish in third, which obviously means Hungary will go out. I like some of the players that Hungary have got, but I just feel like there's much more quality in that Scotland squad overall. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of too many big names at Hungary, and it might be because there's more Scottish players playing in the Premier League, for example, and I don't really watch much football outside of England. But the way I see it, I see Germany winning the group, Switzerland coming second. I think they've got a lot of underrated players, but you look at their firepower going forward, that could maybe hinder them, and potentially Scotland finish in second, but I actually think Scotland will probably go on to qualify in my personal opinion. Moving on then to Group B, I think this is a really tough group. Obviously Albania, with all due respect, they are going to finish bottom of the group, but I look at all three of the options there, and you could make an argument for any of them really to finish in any of the top three places, because Spain on paper got a really good squad, but just really lack that number 9 that's going to score goals for you. Croatia have a very good side with lots of experience in, but it is a very, very aging team now, and they've not really got too many good young players coming through. Italy always seem to do well, apart from, you know, in the previous tournament where they didn't even qualify for, but I personally see I'm going to back Spain to top the group. I'm going to go Croatia second and Italy third. It might be slightly controversial having Croatia over Italy, but I look at that Italian team and defensively it does concern me a little bit, especially with them not actually qualifying for the last tournament. It does concern me a little bit. Moving on then to Group C, England's group. I feel like obviously England are going to win the group. If we don't win the group, it'll be an absolute disgrace. But into the second, third and fourth places, I wouldn't say I know too much about Slovenia. Off the top of my head, is Handanovic the goalkeeper, Slovenia? That's kind of the only real thing that I can think of for Slovenia. Serbia have got a few decent players, and I can certainly see them finishing in third. I think Denmark will finish in second and Serbia in third, which unfortunately would see Slovenia going home. But I like a lot of the players in that Denmark squad. Obviously, they have the potential to do really well. You know, nearly knocked England out of the, was it the World Cup or the Euros? They always kind of just seem to mix into one for me. I'm pretty sure it was the Euros, though. That could be completely wrong. When one of their players scored a free kick from absolutely miles out, we ended up managing to turn it around. I'm pretty sure that was the Euros, but I could be completely wrong. I think England will go on and top that group, though. Despite our defensive issues, I do think we should be able to get past them sort of teams, with all due respect. If you want to win a tournament, you have to be topping Group C for me. So we'll move over then to Group D. Again, lots of quality in this group, a really hard group to predict. I think I'll back France to go on and win that group. I think for me, Poland probably finish bottom. In all honesty, I'll look at their squad. Lewandowski, while he has been a proven goal scorer, he's having to drop deeper and deeper and deeper to get on the ball, and then by the time that they're creating the chances, I'm just not seeing him in that box often enough. So I personally see Poland finishing in fourth. Then it's between Austria and Netherlands, and Netherlands have some really world-class players, but they also have some absolute stinkers in there. Like defensively, Netherlands have got one of the best in the entire tournament, but going forward, their lack of firepower I do think is going to hinder them, to be honest with you. And I look at Austria's team, again, lots of quality in there. And I think I'm actually going to back Austria to finish second and Netherlands to finish third, which would unfortunately see Poland be knocked out of the tournament. But Group D is probably, I would say, the group of death. You could maybe argue Group B, but Group D, there is a lot of competition in there. So yeah, I'm going to back France to go on and win the group, Austria to finish second, and Netherlands to finish in third. Group E, again, really tricky. You can certainly see all these teams beating each other, apart from, I can't really see Romania beating Belgium. I feel like out of all three of the games, Belgium will accumulate the most points. And in second place, I'm looking towards Ukraine. I feel like they've got some good young players coming through. Did okay in the previous couple of tournaments as well. So I think I'm going to back Ukraine to finish in second. And then third place between Slovakia and Romania. I can't really think of too many players off the top of my head who play for either of them countries. I would say, just at a punt, I'm going to back Slovakia to go through, which unfortunately would see Romania go out, but it could be between either of them for me. And Group F is a very, very interesting one, because I think Portugal will go on and win that group. I think it's probably going to be Ronaldo's last Euros, where he's actually at a performable level. I feel like in 4 years' time, he's going to be way past it. People obviously would make that argument now, but I feel like he's still got something to offer in 2024. By 2028, will he have something to offer still to that Portugal side? I'm not really too sure, in my personal opinion, so I think he's going to have a really good tournament. I'm going to back Portugal to win that group. Turkey, I feel like everyone was backing to do really well in the last Euros, and they just massively stunk up the place, and they end up finishing on 0 or 1 point, something stupid like that. Georgia, I mean, I don't really know too much about. Have they got the Napoli winger? I'm not really going to try and pronounce his name, but he seems like, obviously, their biggest threat. Then you got Czech Republic as well. I mean, I've thought Czech Republic there, and the only two players I can think of off the top of my head are Pavel Nedved and Petr Cech, and obviously they don't play anymore. They got Patrick Schick, the striker. He's pretty decent. I'm actually going to back Czech Republic to finish in second and Turkey to finish in third. And now we're going to progress through into the round of 16 and, you know, get into these knockout competitions. So firstly, I have to choose 4 third place teams who I think will go through. It's hard because I don't have the full groups in front of me, but I think Scotland will go through, because I think it's going to be very tight between them and second place. I'm going to back Italy to go through as well. I think, again, be very tight between them and second place. I think Netherlands also go through as well. Again, going to be very tight in their group. And then for me, it's between Turkey and Serbia. I think about the groups. Serbia, they likely to beat Denmark. Turkey, they likely to beat Czech Republic maybe. Oh, it's a really tough one. It really is between Turkey and Serbia. I think I'm just going to wedge it to Turkey because of how poorly they did in the previous tournament. I think they are going to want to put that right in this tournament. So moving on then to the round of 16, Germany versus Denmark. I feel like Germany will just have a little bit too much for Denmark. They're the home nation as well, so I'll back Germany to win that one. Switzerland versus Croatia is a very interesting one, because Switzerland, for me, I know they're not, you know, a bottom 2-3 nations in the tournament, but I think Switzerland are going to do a lot better than what some people think. And while I think Croatia will get out of the group, and it might be a surprise that they finish above Italy, but I'm actually going to back Switzerland to beat Croatia in that one. Spain versus Netherlands. I mean, Spain can't score, and Netherlands have an unreal defence, so I think this one will probably end up going to penalties. It'll finish 0-0, or maybe Netherlands might nick a goal, because I look at that Spanish defence, and, you know, it's not Sergio Ramos, Gerard Piqué, Carlos Puyol anymore, and I think it does go to penalties. And judging by what Netherlands did against Argentina in the World Cup, I don't really have much track record from Spain's penalties over the last couple of years, but I feel like Spain would just be good at penalties. You know, they're all technicians. I feel like I back Spain just about to beat Netherlands in the round of 16. England versus Turkey. Again, if England don't beat Turkey, what would even be the point in us turning up in that one? Portugal versus Italy is a very hard one to predict, because I feel like Portugal have got a very, very good starting 11 and then maybe a good 2 or 3 subs, but after that, their squad depth isn't amazing. Italy, though, they've kind of got a lot of very good players, but no one who's really standing out to me off the top of my head is absolutely world class. Whereas you look at that Portugal squad with the likes of Ruben Diaz, Bernardo Silva, Cristiano Ronaldo, I think there's a lot more quality in that Portugal squad, and I think, crucially, there's much more match winners in that Portugal side, so I'm going to back them to beat Italy in that one. Austria versus Ukraine, again, a really tricky one. 2 nations who you don't expect to go far in the tournament, but still expect to do pretty well. And again, it'd be a toss of a coin for me. I mean, I've backed every single home team so far, so I don't just want to continue with that, because looking at the final couple of fixtures, it's probably going to be leaning towards that way as well. But Austria versus Ukraine, I feel like I am actually going to back Austria. I just feel like they'll have a little bit more than Ukraine in that one. and Belgium versus Scotland. Again, on paper, Belgium should be winning this one pretty comfortably, but football isn't played on paper, and I feel like Scotland, they might just be able to nick a result against them. This Belgium squad has massively underperformed for a number of tournaments now, and Kevin De Bruyne hasn't really been the guy at Belgium. Romelu Lukaku, very hit and miss. I'm actually going to back Scotland to beat Belgium. It might be slightly controversial, but I'm backing Scotland to beat Belgium in that one. And finally, France versus Czech Republic. With all due respect to Czech Republic, France will win that one pretty comfortably. So moving on then to my quarter final predictions, and we have some big boys here to say the least. Spain versus Germany. I'm going to go, wow, that's very tough. Obviously, Germany, home nation. I've already spoke about Spain struggling going forward, and I feel like there is more match winners in that Germany squad. Kai Havertz's recent form as well, I think, will be massive coming into this tournament. So I'm going to back Germany. Portugal versus Austria. I think Portugal win that one pretty comfortably. Scotland versus France. I think Scotland have done really well to get to the quarterfinals after looking like they wouldn't even qualify not too long ago. France, I think, win that one though pretty comfortably. And then finally, England versus Switzerland. Again, I think Switzerland will put up a really good fight in this game, but England should win this one pretty comfortably. And we've got two very tasty semi-finals, coming up. So Germany versus Portugal to start out with then. Germany, the home nation, as I've mentioned a few times now. Portugal, which I would say on paper have the better starting 11. I'm going to back Portugal to make it into a final. I just feel like with it being Ronaldo's last Euros, it's really going to carry them through and progress them through some of these trickier matches. And I feel like the team are really going to raise their levels for him. Obviously, injuries dependent. The other semi-final, France versus England. It's really hard for me to predict this because obviously I want to back England. But you look at that France squad, they could put in a team full of players who they haven't selected and still probably get to the semi-final stage as a France reserves team, because that is how good their strength in depth is. Obviously, they've got Kylian Mbappe, and he is probably going to win Player of the Tournament, Golden Boot again, like what he did in the World Cup. He was absolutely outstanding. But I look at the England defensive issues and no Harry Maguire in there, no Jarrad Branthwaite, and while I think Guehi is a decent option, I just don't think he's going to be able to deal with the firepower that France have got. We saw Olivier Giroud absolutely bully Harry Maguire in the last tournament, so I can only imagine what he's going to do against less physical centre-halves. There's major injury concerns around John Stones and Luke Shaw as well. I just feel like France will have too much for us, unfortunately, and my final will be between Portugal and France. So who do I think will win the Euros? Obviously, France losing out in the last tournament in the final against Argentina. Obviously won the 2018 World Cup, but Portugal won I think it was the 2016 Euros off the top of my head. They've both got a lot of experience of winning tournaments, but a lot of people will be backing France, and I can certainly see the reason why they would back France. But I think Portugal, there's just something about Portugal which I'm leaning towards in this tournament. I'm going to back Portugal to go on and win the Euros, and there are my predictions then. I personally believe Portugal will be winning the Euro 2024 Championships. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below, who do you think will win the tournament? How well do you think England will do? Let me know down below your dark horses, your biggest flops, your player of the tournament, young player of the tournament, golden boot winner, and golden glove winner as well. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.